Have you ever found yourself chasing after something like a mirage on a distant horizon, believing that if you could just reach it, everything would be complete? We're often told that life is like climbing a mountain or finding a treasure to uncover, as if something precious is hidden just out of sight. But if the treasure we're seeking is like the air we breathe, ever present, invisible, and sustaining us at all time in every moment, maybe we're a little bit closer to the truth. Imagine, for example, standing on the shore as the waves roll in, each one different yet part of the same ocean. Or picture a sunset, the colours unfolding across the sky, and the instance before you label it beautiful, there's a silent recognition, a wordless awe. That quiet space, the gap before the thought, is where the fullness of life resides. What if wholeness isn't at the summit of that mountain or at the end of that journey, but right here, within and around us, as immediate as the warmth of the sun on your skin or the rhythm of your own heartbeat? Today, I want to journey inward, not to seek something new, but to rediscover the openness that ties us to everything around us, and to release the relentless striving that keeps us from simply being. Much of our lives, we carry a subtle sense that something's missing, like we're incomplete and need to become more. Society whispers that we should always be improving, always striving for the next milestone. But the idea of lack is like a mirage. It vanishes the moment we truly look. Often I think of the analogy of a child at play. The child doesn't pause to wonder if it's playing well enough. It simply plays, completely absorbed in the flow of life. Or often I think of picturing a dog. It doesn't worry about whether its fur is fluffy enough or if it's wagging its tail the right way. It simply lives in its dogness and expresses it perfectly. And in the same way, we are already whole, already expressing our humanness without needing to earn something or add anything to it. Wholeness isn't somewhere else waiting to be found. It's as immediate as the rhythm of your heartbeat or the warmth of sunlight on your skin. When we see that, the illusion of lack gently and extraordinarily dissolves, and we realize that there is nothing to fix or chase. There's only the richness of what we are right here, right now. From a young age, we're encouraged to set goals, to strive for more, to constantly improve ourselves. It's as if we're on a ladder and we're always climbing to be on a higher rung. While growth can be really valuable, obviously, this endless pursuit of often pulls us away from the raw experience of living. We become so focused on who we might become that we overlook who we already are now. Think about a guy running on a treadmill, legs pumping, heart racing, but no matter how hard they push, they stay in the same place. And that's how self-development and self-improvement can feel. It's this constant effort to get somewhere without realizing that the fullness of life is right under your feet. When we chase improvement for its own sake, we risk missing the vibrant reality unfolding right now. We overlook the simple joy of breathing, the taste of food, the sound of laughter, being with family, because we're busy evaluating how to make it better. There's a subtle, often overlooked space right before our mind assigns words to what we experience. It's that quiet instant before we say, oh, that's a beautiful sunrise, or oh, I really love this song. In that gap, there's no judgment or no commentary, just a raw, shimmering sense of being alive. Imagine standing at the edge of a lake at dawn, Before you think about the calm water or how cool the air feels, there's just this gentle meeting of senses with the world. It's that moment of pure openness where we're not trying to capture or define anything, just meeting life as it is and experiencing it right here in the sensuality of now. And in that openness, we find a sense of wholeness that does not need to be earned. It's just there waiting to be noticed. By the way, if you're enjoying this glorious video, can you please like and subscribe to my channel? Often our mental struggles stem from this persistent feeling of not enough. We tell ourselves we must improve, refine, or fix something before we can feel at ease. But when we let ourselves step back into the quiet space before our words, it becomes clear that we already are whole. There's no need to reach for completion because completeness is intrinsic to who we are. Now, of course, this doesn't negate the value of human drive. It's a natural and vital part of our species that we evolve and explore and innovate, that this leads to remarkable scientific and medical advances that improve our lives and expand our understanding of the universe. But on the micro level of our personal existence, there's a crucial balance that we need to strike. We need an off switch. We need moments where we aren't driving forward, but rather resting in the beauty of simply being. That inner stillness doesn't need decorating. It's already radiant, like a masterpiece that doesn't require a frame. When we allow ourselves to rest in that space, we often find that our anxieties and our feelings of inadequacy gently and miraculously ease and fall away. We see that growth can happen from a place of wholeness, not lack, as a natural unfolding rather than a frantic chase. In relationships, we often feel a pull to have someone else fill the void within us, but that approach can lead to stress and anxiety and fractures in our relationship. It's really important to find our own stillness, our own value, and our own sense of well-being first. From that place of wholeness, we can then relate from a place of genuine connection rather than trying to get something from somebody else. Of course, don't get me wrong, there are times when we do need reassurance, we need validation, and we need people to listen, whether that's our partner or our friends or our family. Those needs are natural and they're really healthy, but the foundation of a long-lasting relationship isn't about someone fixing us. It's about two people sharing their lives. When we come from our own sense of completeness, we can offer unconditional love and be open to receiving it in return without making our partners responsible for our own happiness and peace. So think of problem solving like a snow globe. When we're shaking it and constantly thinking and planning, everything inside that is swirling and is unclear. But if we set it down and let it be still, the flakes settle and we can see the scene clearly. In the same way, when we allow ourselves moments of quiet, our mind stops swirling and real insights appear. It's like walking a twisting path and suddenly coming into a clearing. You see the whole landscape and the way forward becomes obvious. In those quiet moments, fresh ideas and solutions often bubble up naturally, like spring water rising to the surface. We're not forcing anything, we're creating the space for answers to come naturally to us. In the end, everything we've explored circles back to one central idea. We are already whole. You're already whole. That feeling of shimmering aliveness, the moments of stillness before thought, the capacity to solve problems by stepping back, they all remind us that we don't need to fix ourselves before we can live fully. We can let the snow globe settle and trust that clarity will come. From this sense of wholeness, our relationships become partnerships rather than repair shops. We're no longer asking someone else to fill the void. Instead, we're sharing our own lives as two whole people ready to support each other, to listen and to grow together. And it doesn't mean we stop exploring. Our drive to evolve and create and innovate remains, but it's guided by a steady inner calm rather than a frantic need to prove ourselves. So the conclusion is simple but profound. When we recognize stillness inside ourselves, we open the door to clearer thinking, deeper connections, and a life where growth is naturally unfolding, not a frantic chase. It's about recognizing that wholeness isn't a destination, but the starting point for everything we do.